Oh my fucking god, why would you put that in the trailer? So here I am, guys, to talk about my very spoiler-filled thoughts on Rise of the Beasts. I don't usually do one of these videos, but for this movie there were some things I really needed to talk about, but I couldn't in my spoiler-free review, so go check that out. And then come and watch this one. Yeah, so Bumblebee dies in this movie. What the hell? Just to give you guys a bit of insight, I'm not actually saying what the hell at the fact that they killed Bumblebee off. I'm saying what the hell at the fact that we saw this in the trailer. I'm going straight into a negative here with this video, and which will give you, it's the wrong impression, but I really need to talk about this thing. So in the very first trailer for this movie, they show Bumblebee getting stabbed through the heart, and then you get a shot of Scourge, like, blowing him up, essentially. Like, you did a Sony in Spider-Man. That's what you did. You showed one of the biggest spoilers in this movie in your first teaser trailer. Why would you do that? Not only did they show that, but they also showed the fact that he was coming back, because they had that shot of Bumblebee in the second trailer jumping out of the plane. So when you're watching this movie for the first time, you can sort of assess what's going to happen. And just to go back to my spoiler-free review, when I mentioned that the third act sort of trickled off and it wasn't as impressive as the first two acts, a lot of that did have to do with the trailers. If the trailers had not shown Bumblebee die and then come back to life, the third act would have been a lot more surprising and epic, because it's one thing to be surprised that, you know, Bumblebee dies, but it's a whole other thing to then know that he's actually going to come back. Like, being surprised about him returning would have been like your second chance to surprise the audience, but you actually showed that in the trailer too. I don't like this. This is not a comment on the actual film itself, which I overall liked. It was a really entertaining Transformers movie. As a film in general, it's really entertaining. But this is a comment on the marketing team and the trailer itself. Don't show that shit. However, Bumblebee's death in this movie did a lot more than what the trailers could show. It creates tension between not only Optimus and Scourge, but also Optimus and Noah. First of all, Optimus is given the best motivation in this movie that he's ever had in any of the live-action films, being that now Optimus has a reason to go, Bayverse Optimus on this new villain in the movie. Because in the previous Transformers movies, Optimus has always been pretty, lethal, very hyper-violent, and it's been without reason for the most part. But in this movie, Optimus is given a very good reason, very good motivation to want to do what Optimus normally does in the live-action films to Scourge in this movie. And there are a lot of moments when Scourge and Optimus are about to go head-to-head, and I am in it. I'm invested. I'm excited to see what's going to happen. It was thrilling. All because Bumblebee, even though I saw it coming, Bumblebee was murdered by Scourge, and now they have a reason to fight. This is practically storytelling 101. You give the hero motivation to want to go after the bad guy, want to kill the bad guy, whatever the case. It works so well in this movie. Not only that, as I said, it creates tension between Optimus and Noah, in that there is a MacGuffin in this movie. It's called the Transwarp Key. Now, I don't know if this is a thing from Beast Wars, because I did not grow up on Beast Wars. I haven't seen any of it, so I don't know what the Transwarp Key is. Anyway, the Transwarp Key is basically what everyone in this movie is after. Now, Noah is after it. Our human protagonist, he is after it because he wants to destroy it to stop Scourge from getting it and bringing Unicron to Earth. Optimus wants the Transwarp Key because he wants to use it to get back to Cybertron and therefore possibly revive Bumblebee. Now, both characters have great motivation for wanting the MacGuffin for this movie, but how they're going to use it, or not use it, is very different. So, Noah wants to destroy it, Optimus actually wants to use it to save his friend. And there is a moment where both their agendas come to a head, and it was a great scene, honestly. It's the scene where Noah is standing there about to destroy it with the glove or gauntlet that Mirage gave him, and Optimus comes up to him And he's like, no, please don't destroy it. I need to save Bumblebee or whatever. I only saw it once, so I'm paraphrasing. And I was just thinking in that moment, man, this is a really good scene. Like, none of the Bayverse movies have a scene like this where you have one of the Autobots interacting with the human in this way. Now, I do want to talk about Noah and the final scene of this movie, which I'm sure most of you will know about. G.I. Joe gets referenced in this movie. Now, I did say that I didn't grow up on Beast Wars. I also did not grow up on G.I. Joe, and I did watch the first two movies that came out many years ago. I was a kid, basically, and I never really liked them as much as Transformers. G.I. Joe is a property that really has no unique style of its own. It's pretty much just a standard army film. Really, that's all it is. I mean, they try and give them advanced tech and all that stuff to make it more, science fiction. But to be honest with you, I don't think G.I. Joe is as big of a brand or as big of a franchise as Transformers to really connect the two. Like, I know they're both Hasbro, but I wasn't excited to see G.I. Joe. But to be honest, I'm expecting... I don't want to see the Transformers on Earth anymore. I want to see the Transformers go to space. I want to see a space adventure with the Transformers. Maybe have a human character there, but I want to see them go up into space. That would be a fun movie. I mean, that's what the original Transformers movie was. In any case, that is my video, my spoiler-filled review for Transformers Rise of the Beasts. I do apologize if I went on for too long. Anyway, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Now, So here I am, guys, to talk about my... Wait a second. So, now continuing... Oh, fuck's sake. I really can't swear in these videos. I gotta try not to do that.